Welcome, writers, to One Story House. I'm Lorraine Mozelle. Welcome to my little tree house. Actually, it's my sunroom, but because it gets so much light during the day, not right now, but since it gets so much light during the day and it's up in the trees, it's my little tree house. This is my little retreat where I like to write when I can, but most of the time I just grab a space anywhere around the house that's halfway uncluttered and put my laptop there. But anyway, welcome. This is my first ever video, my first ever YouTube channel. So please bear with me. I don't know a thing about editing. I don't know anything about anything when it comes to social media. See, if you haven't noticed, I've got a little silver going on here, and I'm kind of over the hump when it comes to being tech savvy. I kind of missed the mark. So it seems like the 40 and younger crowd has it down pat. They don't even have to think about it. It just comes out of them. But as for me, there's a big learning curve. So bear with me if things aren't perfect. I'm doing the best I can, which is the theme of this YouTube channel. Doing the best you can. Making your dreams come true in your senior years or any year. You could be 20. You could be, you could have a house full of children running around and think that it's not possible to make your dreams come true. But I am here to prove in this channel that dreams can come true. Now, if I fail in this experiment, then I'm sorry if I pull you down with me. But for now, let's not lose hope. Let me tell you a little bit about my history. I have wanted to be I have wanted to be a writer since I was in high school, and I've written things since I was in elementary school, but never gained a lot of traction. In high school, I'd get as far as like the second chapter and stop, and then move on to another project and stop, and so on and so forth. And most of the time I just stuck with poetry, and I had a couple of forays into trying to write a book here and there, 2 of those attempts, and I would pass them out to willing classmates who were, trying to devour it up like a soap opera or something, but I didn't get anywhere. So time just kind of kept going on, as time does, as we all know, and I eventually just kind of put it aside. And my life had a lot of ups and downs, as a lot of people experience. If you're alive, that's going to happen. Mine was pretty bumpy. If you have ever watched the movie or read the memoir Glass Castle, that's sort of in the vibe of my life. I could relate to that. Let's just say that that story. So life happened and kept happening, and when I got married and had children, our second son had a lot of issues, and he is diagnosed with severe autism with psychosis. He's 20 years old now, and let's just say trying to find time to write around his behavior issues has been challenging. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to say that I smiled through every bit of it. And that didn't happen. But I'm here to encourage other people that if I can do it, you can do it. I gave that woes me thing speech to my husband one too many times, I guess. And he finally said, just do it. Just make your dreams come true already. Just write. And I mulled over that for a couple of days until I finally said, why not? If I try and fail, at least I tried. So I don't like to be a quitter. I believe in plowing forward. I believe in taking my responsibilities seriously. I believe in taking life seriously, but I don't take myself seriously. So I thought, just make a game of it. Just do it for fun. make it happen. And so around my son's schedule, which is erratic at best, he might fall asleep at 1. He might fall asleep at 5 in the morning. I mean, it was all over the place. And so I would just steal time whenever I could. If he wasn't yelling and carrying on, or the television, he wasn't watching some show with the volume turned up full blast, I was trying to grab my laptop and throw on some headphones and okay, 10 minutes, I've got 10 minutes. And wherever I could. Was it a perfect way to work? No, it took me about 2 years to write my first novel that way. And then I had to go back and edit, which is the dreaded chore. I can't stand to edit. But it eventually happened. I queried it. I got one full manuscript request. It didn't go anywhere after that, unfortunately. I kind of buried it away. And then I thought, nope, keep on going, keep on trucking. So then I wrote another book, and I finished it, how many months ago? 6 months ago or so. And started querying again. And I've received a few full manuscript requests. I still have one out, and I just received another one 2 days ago. And I'll go into all that later about the whole queering thing. Ooh, that's, I mean, I already have gray hair, so I'm gonna start losing hair over the whole querying process. So yeah, so that's a whole other video. Don't worry, we'll get into that. Traditional versus self-publishing, and where am I going to go, and so forth and so on. But long story short, about my writing journey is that I now have 2 completed books. The first one I revamped and totally kind of gave it an overhaul, and the second one I'm very happy with it. The beta readers have liked it. I'm ready to go. And like I said, I queried it. I've had responses, positive responses from it, but so far, no offer. That's okay. There's self-publishing if necessary. So that's my safety net. But long story short, like I said before, is that the main reason I'm doing this channel is that I want to be able to encourage other people that if they think it's too late, they see all the people on YouTube, and they're wonderful, beautiful people who are telling about their writing journey, but they're so much younger or in a different place in life. Maybe things just aren't stacked against them the same way that you perceive, because we don't know them. We don't know. They may be going through some horrible things. But if you're going through ongoing, hold you down kind of life challenges, then I encourage you to stay tuned. Let's talk about it. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you want to hear from me, and we'll encourage one another, because it takes more than just yourself, honestly, to make your dreams come true. You need a community, or you need that special someone who's a support system for you, or special someone's. My scope around me is pretty limited. Thankfully, I have a wonderful husband, and I have my sons, but it doesn't extend much further beyond that, because when you have the challenges that I've had with my son, it's hard for people to want to get close to you. It's you can't just bop out and go where you want to go, when you want to go, when you're a full-time caretaker to someone. And it's hard to find someone who wants to step in and help when someone has some of the severe things that he does on a daily basis. I don't believe in ignoring your emotions. But I believe in venting your emotions productively. And that's what writing is so good for. Writing is my therapy, and I believe it probably is yours too. Or you wouldn't be listening to me right now, because I think in a writer's heart, you know that you can plug into that and make something beautiful out of something that seems so ugly. And I love that, and I wouldn't give that up. If I had all the money in the world, and they said, but you can't write, I don't want that money. Not to say I don't want to make money with my YouTube channel, and my writing and my little sidelines that I'm trying to, get into with Amazon. Little plug. I'm trying to create some beautiful keepsake journals. My aesthetic is more in line with my novels. Well, I want it to have a beautiful cover. I want it to say beautiful things inside, along with the words that the buyer can also say. But anyway, enough about that. Let me just say thank you for hanging out with me for this little bit and having a little chat. And I hope to see you again soon. I'll put out content whenever I can, so bear with me. I know that a lot of people can say, I can every Thursday this. No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. But I will do it as often as I can. And it'll be on varied topics. I'll talk about a little bit about my life, a little bit about my writing process, maybe a little bit about my books, and also any recommendations that I have for books to help you with writing. Some a little unconventional that people don't necessarily think of when they think about building their writing skills. Also talk about book recommendations about what I enjoy, what fuels me. Now I write what is basically considered Southern Gothic fiction, leaning women's fiction. It'll somehow, my first one had a tragic love story, and the second one is more of suspense, even has a haunted house in it with ghosts and so forth. But does it? So it's a psychological suspense. So I just want to be able to share with you what I'm, whatever I'm going through right now, trying to be as real as possible about it, and hoping you get something from it. So until I see you again, I hope you are blessed beyond the ordinary. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.